Well, good morning, everyone. Um, I finally got enough sleep, and it's a Saturday, and I have a lot to do today. So I thought, I'll try and record and bring everybody along on this journey. But first, coffee. I slept in, which was so needed because some of us were sick and congested around our house this week, and it made for a rough week because we had a new calf born. So today I have to milk my cow. I'm a little bit late, but that'll be fine. And then I'm going to try to make some dairy products today because my milk fridge is so full from milking 2 cows. So that is our goal. If you don't know, that we are going to be trying to replace all store-bought dairy with homemade dairy. So first I'm trying to wake up with some coffee after sleeping in. It feels really good. And you get the real me when I woke up with nice bed head and a bun because the cows don't care. So I hope you don't either. So anyway, I'm waiting on my barn helper to get himself ready. And then we are going to go milk our 2 cows, feed our calves, and then come back in and turn this milk into stuff that we can use besides the delicious milk. So I have a goal in my head, but I'm trying to give myself grace because I'm hoping I can skim a bunch of cream. I can make butter, maybe some sour cream. I would like to make a couple of different cheeses and then some, we'll see what else. We'll see where the day takes us because I have to set the bar low. Let's be real. So anyway, coffee it is. So if you've never seen me before, my name is Ashley, and we moved a year ago to a 30-acre farm from our 5-acre farm. But we have a lot of stuff that needs brought back to life on our farm, so we still have a lot of work to do. We don't have permanent pasture fence yet, so we're rotating our cows with electric. We had a pretty good run this year, turning a crop field into pasture space. It did really well, but then we were hit with a really bad drought in our area. And so we've come to the end of that, and we're pretty much on full-time hay. They're still picking around at the pasture spaces, but there's not much left out there. So October is here. So come along with me today and see how a rookie tries to get stuff done. Okay, I don't know how much of this I'm going to show, but we just got our Jersey cow in, and now I'm going to clean her udder up and attach the milk claw with my milk helper's help. So we'll see what happens. I can do it. You don't have to do it. Okay, so clean up time. First I get her tail out of the way because those tails, those pesky tails, for one, they can swat you with them. And number 2, sometimes if you're hand milking and a dirty tail goes in your bucket, it just ruins your whole milking. So I have this old halter clipped to the front, and I just don't even tie it. I just wrap it around her tail, and then I tie it up here. And it does the job. It keeps her tail out of our way. We need our mess catcher bucket because sometimes she gets mad and poops. So that's when my milk helper catches it so it doesn't go all over me because we had a couple of disasters this week. Let's just say that. All right, so now I'm going to get my wash situation set up. I need some dry towel. All right. Let's go. Turn it on. milk setup situation for Winnie. And my other cow, I left my milk stand on the other side. The milk machine's loud. It's real life. This is what we're doing. Winnie still has a lot of edema in her udder, so it's really swollen. But it is coming down. It is coming down. And the more she comes down and swelling, the more milk we're getting to take it out. So we're going to finish emptying her out, and then we'll come back to you when we bring my black cow August in the barn and show you what that looks like. Okay, so that took a little longer than necessary because, well, I don't have enough memory, it turns out, and I'm recording on my phone right now. I was hoping I didn't have to get out my big camera, but it is a lot nicer probably than using the phone. So anyway, we went through the struggle of getting our Jersey out because she didn't put up too bad of a fight today, did she? But, you know, she still had to, if anybody saw my post from yesterday, she, again, got down on her front knees just to get any little crumbs she dropped. I'm trying not to give her too much of the high protein because it was causing everything to come out the backside and it was not fun, okay guys? So anyway, this is my black cow August. I got her when she was 4 years old. She hadn't really been milked before, and she had definitely never been milked by a machine. So this year, a friend let me borrow her Cow Can't Kick bar, and I'm telling you what, I'm just gonna have to purchase my own because she's not like Winnie, my big Jersey. She gets a little fussy. So I could trust a kid to milk my other cows, but I wouldn't, other than my own kids, I don't trust anybody to milk this one because she needs a sure hand. But she's come a long way, and she's my first milk cow, so I love and appreciate her. But anyway, we put on the Cow Can't Kick, and her feet stay on the ground. She every now and then will get fussy, but for the most part, she just stands there. She's been very patient, waiting on me to figure things out with my Jersey. So anyway, I'm gonna get the machine hooked up to her, get her milked out, and I'll meet you back in the kitchen later. Okay, all filtered into jars, ready to go into my cheese pot. And now I have to wash all of my buckets that I just brought all the milk in because it's best to just wash it right away so milk does not get a chance to dry inside. So I've gone to work scooping cream off the top of my jars. That's how much heavy cream I have so far. And I'll show you in a bit how much it really takes to actually make butter. So anyway, I have my big pot settling with the rennet for Gouda. I have 2 other pots filled up I think I'm gonna make mozzarella today. So my only 3 goals were Gouda, butter, and mozzarella, but I have a lot of milk. But you're gonna see, it takes a lot of milk to make milk products. And so when you're replacing milk for 6 people, milk products, it takes a lot of milk to do that. But I have this goal in mind, replacing all store-bought dairy for homemade. And I'm just in the learning process. Okay, so it's been a really long day in the kitchen, super long, and I'm very tired. You didn't get to see every step of the day because I was having technical difficulties and I needed to get stuff done and not be messing around with videos. So I have 2 wheels of Gouda in the cheese press. And the next step for that, after it's done pressing, it's supposed to press for 10 to 12 hours. And then it goes into a salt brine for 24 hours. Well, it's 12 hours and then you flip it and then it brines for another 12 hours. And then you air dry it after that and before you package it. So you're probably not going to get to see that, but maybe you'll see the end result. So, okay, Gouda. I also made 2 gallons of cream into butter. I did not weigh the butter because I'm tired and I'm just ready to be done at this point. But yeah, so I've got it divided up, some in the fridge and some in the freezer. And now we have some pizza dough in my bread maker that is rising right now. And this right here is going to be some mozzarella. So I am turning 4 gallons into mozzarella after turning 4 gallons into Gouda. And I also made some queso fresco in between here out of 3 gallons. No video of that, and I don't care because I'm tired, okay guys? But anyway, so this is the mozzarella coming, and hopefully I can end this video with some delicious homemade pizza. Okay, so this step of the mozzarella, first off, I had to cut the curds. You can't see, and that's okay. It's not a how-to video. I'm just letting you know a lot that goes into a day here. But I had to cut the curds, and then you let the curds cure for a while afterwards. But then I came in here to see how my curds were, and the water's pretty cold. It's not water, it's whey. See, I'm tired. The whey is cold. But what you do is, I don't know if you can see that this is a very large clump of cheese, and you want them to be all pretty uniform in size. So the whey, you have to be pretty gentle with your curds, because you don't want them to release their whey too fast, or you have a tough cheese, a tough dry cheese. So that's why I'm doing it right now. You know, I've got to say, mozzarella is a beginner cheese. It's one of those that are supposed to be like one of the first cheeses people make, and I've made it a lot, and it's just always been so-so. Some of it's been okay, some of it's been really good, but I followed a bunch of different recipes and techniques, and I guess I just haven't found the one that I super love. So I'm just gonna kind of feel with my heart on this one, but it's tricky. It's trickier than it sounds, because you can read it, but until you actually try it, you know, it's one of those things you just have to get a feel for it. Okay, so I'm making progress. I now have my mozzarella where it is heated up, and I have pressed it into all these balls. Okay, there's more in here than others. I think 4 more down in there, but they have to stay hot. And the thing about mozzarella is you kind of burn your fingers for it, because it needs to be stretched. So I think what I would love to do actually is, so it's not quite right. You'll know, I don't know if you can tell because I have the light kind of bright. Let me see if I can fix that. Whoop. No, well, I'm gonna turn it off, okay? Ooh, yuck. See, now that's why I have it on, guys. But maybe you can see a little better that the cheese is not smooth, okay? So that's what I'm going for, smooth cheese, okay? So you kind of, it just gets silky smooth after it gets really, really hot. Maybe that's why I get annoyed making mozzarella, is like you have to get hot. So you start to knead it. If you've ever made sourdough, you kind of pull the balls in on themselves, the mozzarella balls, and then when it starts to go smooth, you're done, you know. But I've had successful, I sound like I'm just complaining about it. I've definitely had successful mozzarella, but in true Ashley fashion, I didn't keep track of which recipe that was. So you just keep working it, and dropping it back in the hot whey. I dumped half of it out because this huge pot, reaching down in it, my neck is sore from making cheese all day. I really just need an extra day in the week, you know, because we've been so busy, and now I get to play the catch-up game instead of just doing like, and I haven't got to make cheese in a long while, and so I'm hoping to really get our stash of cheese up, you know, especially now that our Jersey has had her calf, and so we're having a huge influx of milk right now. So anyway, my battery's about to die, guys. Okay, cha-cha-cha, battery, die, no, go. So I thought I would just talk for a minute as I'm trying to get my cheese to the stretching point. So as I said, I started this milk cow journey because I realized how much dairy our family of 6 consumed, and I thought surely it'd be cheaper to feed a milk cow than buy all this dairy. And so the truth is, technically it's true, but to start up and get everything you need, it takes a long while for the cow would pay itself off, you know, before it would. So anyway, but my goal right now, and like there's no reason that it has to be my goal, but my goal is to replace all store-bought dairy we're almost stretchy, guys, we're almost stretchy. But to replace store-bought dairy with homemade dairy, so everything. And that takes a little bit of getting used to, because when you're used to perfectly, homogenized XYZ. For example, the switch from store-bought coffee creamer has been a hard one, because we are so used to the stuff that has junk in it. And I really want to get away from things that have carrageenan in them. So anyway, we're going to get there, and I'm going to find the right recipes. It's just taking a while. But I've had a question a lot, so I figured I would talk about that as I'm trying to stretch cheese here. But whether or not we are going to do herd shares. And the answer right now is no. I would love to do that in the future, but hopefully you can tell from this very long day in the kitchen that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to reach the goal I'm trying to reach. And we're just now, I know it sounds like a ton of milk to be bringing in. That's about 6 gallons a day is what we're going to average very soon. And that sounds like so much, but by the time you turn it into all these products, it's just now about to meet our need. Like, we've never had this much before. And so I don't know. We'll see how this goes, but I'm so excited that we're finally reaching, yay, it's stretching. It's starting to stretch. So it's finally at the point where it's starting to stretch. But anyway, I have to drop it back in there so it stays that way. But anyway, we're finally at the amount of milk that we need so I can make all the things. I make a crock pot full of yogurt at least once a week, sometimes more, because we'll turn it into frozen yogurt in our ice cream maker, which brings me to the next thing, ice cream. Because with food allergies, we can't go get ice cream at fun, fancy places. And my kids hadn't had hardly any flavors of ice cream other than like basic vanilla. So we've just had a lot of fun with our new ice cream maker, making fun flavors. And if you guys have fun recipes for that, that's good, because I've tried to do it, by the way, with egg yolk, and that seems to be the best way to get it creamy. But if anybody has a good, solid ice cream recipe that will freeze well, I would love to have that. But anyway, back to the cheese. It's getting stretchy. My hands are turning quite red, and so I think that's it for the mozzarella, guys. I'm gonna get it to where it's stretchy, put it into balls, and finish my family's dinner. Y'all, I'm literally sweating, okay? Because having your hands in hot, this is probably why I don't like making mozzarella. This is the real deal. I am actually sweating because my hands are being scorched in hot water to stretch this. And yes, they make fancy gloves. They make gloves for this, you know, so you don't burn your hands. I promise you, you still sweat with them. And look at them. They're huge. I feel like a clown. So, and I can't feel what I'm doing with the cheese. And this cheese just slips out of it. So, yeah, I don't do that, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to show you the next step, now that I have my mozzarella stretched and shaped into balls. And also I'm gonna make some cheese sticks because I wanna experiment with that. Because my girl's gymnastics coach used to make goat cheese mozzarella sticks, and she would bread them and freeze them, and she gifted us some, and they were so good. But anyway, so now I have my stretched and rounded little balls. Look, the bottom's not perfect, and I don't care because we're about to put it on pizza. So I'm putting it in the ice water because that is the key, apparently, to keeping it fresh longer. Like, it's not even gonna last that long, so I doubt that really matters. So I have stretched these And now I'm putting them in the ice water. And I still have this on hot, by the way. It's melting me. But I am working on stretching this out, and I fold it over itself, so it'll be pull apart string cheese. That's how you make it. You stretch it, and you fold it over on itself, and then you stretch it some more. But maybe one time, instead of doing two things at once, I could just do one big, long, folded over rope of mozzarella cheese to make those cheese sticks. But I just kind of wanted to see how it would turn out. So that's what I'm doing, because it has to stay hot to keep stretching nice. So anyway, back in the pot that one goes. I'm gonna fish out add some more of the matzo balls in there. Okay, so melting. I'm absolutely melting. But also, I could probably get it done faster if I knew what I was doing a little better, and I wouldn't be just melting. And also, I wouldn't be having a cheese marathon like I am today. So there's that part too, you know. Ow, that's hot. Oh, look, another log that I haven't stretched. There's stuff hiding in this, y'all. I don't know what's gonna come out of this stuff. It's kind of fun. This part's fun. The stretching the cheese stick part, I don't like making mozzarella balls. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay? Don't come at me, cheese people. I do not like making mozzarella balls. But this part's fun. So I guess we could shred up a bunch of cheese sticks if we wanted pizza. Okay. So anyway, okay. Stretching, putting it back in. And I know I have another ball in there somewhere. It's because I feel like it's a lot of work to do this. And I mean, you know, the professionals make it perfectly smooth. Mine's smooth-ish. And like I said, we're about to eat it. But as long as it melts on our pizza, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, ice water with you. Okay, any more? Oh, there's another one. Okay, this one's nice. So anyway, I'm hoping I mean, this is more than enough for tonight's pizza. Apparently it freezes really well. Like you want to shut it. Tired, y'all. See when the sun goes down? See how it's dark out there? My brain turns into mush. I'm a morning person. Are you a morning person or an evening person? Y'all night owls. I know I have a couple friends that are crazy night owls. Anyway. I think I'm almost to the end. Let's see. Hallelujah. Okay. So that's 5 of the decent sized mozzarella balls. I bet 1 for each pizza would be decent. But anyway, I'm going to continue to stretch out these, and I'm going to cut them into little cheese sticks so we can snack on them. Hopefully the kids enjoy them. I don't hardly buy cheese sticks anymore. I think my kids got burnt out on them because there's only so many like protein snacks that you can get. You know, we used to buy them all the time, but I don't anymore. So hopefully they'll like my homemade ones. I sweat over these things. I might even sweat in them. I don't know. Okay. All right. It's time to kick Winnie out. She's been milked tonight. And we are ending the video where we started, back in the milk barn, because that is what it's like to be a milkmaid. A day in the life of a milkmaid. So I hope you enjoyed. Oh, now look what she does. This is ridiculous. She's trying to get every crumb that she dropped. Jerseys are weird, okay? She's not starving. She has all the hay she can eat out there, but anyway. So anyway, I hope it doesn't seem too incredibly overwhelming. If anybody were curious and you stumbled upon my video because you want to know what it's like to be a milkmaid and you're considering getting a cow, it can be very overwhelming, actually. I've been pretty overwhelmed lately, but you see her? You see this ridiculousness? Okay, so, is she ready to go? Okay, so we're going to finish milking our other cow and be done for the night, but I really overdid it. You should space out how much you process your milk over the week, but the milk just keeps coming. So in reality, if you're going to get a cow, you got to be ready for this. It's not all sunshine and roses, you know. Sometimes you're going to milk your cow and she does stuff like this. Or she might have her food come out the other end. So my helper often has a bucket at the back end to catch it so it doesn't splatter all over me. So yeah, it's not all sunshine and roses. It's not easy, but it is worth it. And it is very satisfying and rewarding. So So we're going to go in and eat a pizza in a little bit, and I hope you have a blessed day.